My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video. Switch gang. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That Nintendo Switch. Not too sure if I like the name. I personally prefer the Nintendo NX. I don't know. The NX just sounds cooler than the hey, you gonna buy the Nintendo Switch? Like it just sounds more cooler. But Nintendo has officially shown the first look of the Nintendo NX, now called officially the Nintendo Switch. Is just not the best console name, but it's called the Nintendo Switch, and it's supposed to come out March of next year. So it's supposed to come out early next year. So it's not too far away from the release date, you know, to be honest, because we're almost done with this year. So this trailer showed a lot. I mean, it pretty much showed everything that I was questioning about the Nintendo Switch. It pretty much answered all of our questions that we have for it, and pretty much what we thought the Nintendo Switch would be is what it is. You can play it from the comfort of your home. So the trailer starts off, and this guy, he's playing Skyrim on the TV. Bam. He has to go somewhere, right? So let me do a reenactment. So he's playing it on the TV, and it also has like just a basic controller. The actual controller for the Switch, it kind of looks like an Xbox One controller, so he's playing it like that at first, but bam, he has to go somewhere. So then it's like he goes to, like, I don't know, I guess the charge station of the I guess the charge station, of where you charge the freaking Switch. So he goes there, and like on that end there's like two controller pieces that you can take apart. So he slides them off, and then he connects it to, like, I guess the tablet, because it's more like a tablet than a handheld. I mean, I guess they're kind of the same thing, but it seems more like a tablet version of the Switch more than a handheld, whatever, because the screen is still actually kind of, it's a decent sized screen. But so you can take these two pieces apart and connect it to the tablet version of the Switch, and then bam, he bounces, right? So then they show a guy catching a flight. He's on the airplane playing, it's gonna take me a while because I keep on thinking NX. I mean, like we've been talking nothing about but the NX. It's gonna be hard to just say the Switch. But so he's on the plane, playing the Nintendo Switch. Again, the way they presented this trailer, the way they presented the Nintendo Switch, it looks good. Like, I'm not, again, like, do I like people like always, Nintendo these days, they're, let's just say, they're not as good as they once was. They have a lot of catching up to do, but one thing I will always give Nintendo, they innovate, dude, and like it looked good. Like, I'm not a blind hater of Nintendo. Like, it looked good. Like, it looked fun, So just again, the way they were presenting it, at least, I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool, So bam, they show that some of the games that they were showing was Zelda, Skyrim. They're gonna show some Mario. You already know that's going to happen. So that then they showed some friends, on I guess they were on like a road trip, whatever. Bam, and they had the tablet set up, of the Switch. My mind literally keeps going to NX, but they had the handheld version of the NX set up, and they're playing what game was it? They was playing Mario Kart, and it also does split screen. I was actually kind of shocked by that, because I mean, again, it's like a decent size, screen, of the Switch, when you're on the go. But the fact that it had split screen, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So again, and when they're playing it like that, again, the two controller pieces, I guess when you're playing split screen, you can actually split them, amongst the people that you're playing with. So, so you can give one piece to like your friend and then give the last piece to, someone else. But again, I got big hands. Like, I got some fat fingers, and it just, those pieces look small as heck. Like, it literally looks like this big. So I don't know how I could like use that, because the pieces do look small, but I thought it was impressive that you can also play multiplayer split screen, when you're on the go with it. So that really impressed me. That looked good as well. Then, then they showed some friends at a basketball court playing NBA 2K. I don't know why I would go to a basketball court to play a video game with NBA 2K. But again, it's the way they showed it off. It was entertaining. It was entertaining to watch. I literally enjoyed that entire trailer, so they're playing NBA 2K, and it looked fun. It looked fun. Again, I'm I'm not a hater of Nintendo. It's just, for me personally, Nintendo hasn't had a respectable console, to me, in my opinion, since the GameCube. Like, I've always been wanting a GameCube too, but they never got to that. But the Nintendo Switch, it actually doesn't look that bad. Like, it really doesn't. Depending on what the price is going to be, I might get it or not. But the main important thing, no matter how good that trailer was to me, is it going to have games? Is it going to have games? It doesn't matter. Like, that's been one of Nintendo's weak points since, I think, the Wii. Like, it doesn't really get the support from a lot of developers out there. So you don't see a lot of the big multi-platform games on that system. So is the Nintendo Switch going to be supported by devs out there? Is it going to have different exclusives that's not Yoshi and Mario Kart and Zelda? Like, you need new IPs. You need to be supported. It don't matter how fun it may have looked in that trailer. The end all be all is the games. You can be innovative, but if you don't have the games to back that up, it doesn't matter. So that's still a question that I think we should be asking. Last part they showed was esports. Splatoon, my nigga. Esports Splatoon. I'm like, this truck ain't going to be in no esports. But they show esports Splatoon, and that was like the last part they show of the trailer. But again, as far as presentation, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. The way they presented the Nintendo Switch, to me, it looked fun, dude. Like, it looked fun. Like, Nintendo, they're still one of the best when it comes to just doing their own thing. It don't matter how destroyed they may be getting. Nintendo are sticking to what they want to do, and you got to give them respect for that. They're not trying to just completely, just succumb to what PlayStation is doing or to what Xbox is doing. They're still doing their own thing, and I gotta respect that. So again, the trailer, I thought this trailer was amazing. The way they presented the Nintendo Switch, I can't get over that name, but the way they presented it was great to me. Like, it looked like a lot of fun to use. When they were playing, games on the TV, the graphics didn't look that. I don't know. That's another thing. How much RAM is this Nintendo Switch going to have? How much gigs is it going to have? Like, how powerful is it going to be? That's something you also have to question, because, like, as much as people try to act like, how powerful a system is, doesn't really matter, sales say otherwise. And if it's like, hopefully this thing is at the very least, this junk has to be at least as strong or more strong than the original Xbox One and PS4. At least. I'm not asking, to be as powerful as the PS4 Pro or the Xbox. It's not going to be as powerful as the Xbox Scorpio, but at least up to that level, at least. And another thing, the online service. Y'all, if y'all didn't see that vid that I did with my cousin, he loves Nintendo, right? And he said one thing that he really thinks that they can improve on going into their next console is the online service. We all know that online service on the Wii U is absolute garbage. Chuck, you think PSN or if you think PSN or Xbox Live is trash, you ain't seen nothing until you played online on the Wii U. God awful, dude. So that's another thing. How they gotta start putting more effort into their online services. How powerful is this thing going to be? Is it going to be supported by devs out there? Are they going to have more games, to look forward to than just the next Mario, the next Super Smash, the next Zelda? They need new. You can't just keep on relying on the same exclusives, literally generation after generation, and that's what Nintendo has been doing, for quite some time. So, there's still questions that I have, but as far as them finally revealing the Switch, I thought it was great, dude. I thought it was great, and depending on what the price is, I might get this junk. Honestly, I have not owned a Nintendo console since the GameCube, dude. This is the last one I really own. I actually might get this one because it looks fun, and that's really why we play games. At the end of the day, you freaking drop the graphics, the frame rate, all that freaking technical stuff. Why do we all play games? To have fun, and that junk looks fun to me. So, that's my thoughts, of the trailer. What did you guys think of the Nintendo NX? I mean the Nintendo Nintendo Switch. What did you guys think of the trailer? Leave all your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. All right.